What is up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Those of you watching live
well, you'll be on the inside here for this restart.
on Twitch or TikTok.
Fuel, so go like hell.
Also, thank you to those of you that watch
The
this.
estimated strength of field is 2,513.
That watch the recorded version on YouTube.
Obviously, where you standing? right next to Big Randy here on the end. We got a bunch of people up here watching the start, so we'll get cool. We're right across
This
the street
is the ARCA Series from Langley. And finally the sound pack stops with the chatter. This is the ARCA Series from Langley. One of two races that I need to get done. The other being the IMSA fixed from Watkins Glen. Most likely doing that tomorrow morning.
We have 0 sets of tires.
If I do have time, I might squeeze it in tonight. We'll see. Just that way I get it out of the way. But we'll see. Starting 11th. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the track. Like, just in general, this track. On, just about any car that I've driven. Like, I'm just not a huge fan of it. The corners are too long. And it has absolutely, no banking. It's not, for me, a super fun track to drive. So we'll see. We'll see, how things turn out. Ideally, hopefully, just, a nice smooth run and, a halfway decent finish. We will see. 55 laps, which it's a smaller track, so it seems like a lot of laps, but it'll go relatively quickly.
Alright, fellas, stop up here. You're ready to kick this thing off. What's up on today? Alright, boss man. Green flag, green flag. Outside. Inside. Inside. Office. Outside. Clear here.
So the guy in front just completely chopped my nose off, and then the guy behind me got into me and spun me. But thankfully, it was just a loop around and didn't lose any substantial amount of time aside from just the loop itself.
Outside. P2. Yes, fast on the racetrack. 15, 27, 0, 6. Still out there. Good lap. P1. Yes, fast on the track. 15, 25, 8, 2. Hey, that last lap was good. just run to this point. They're against the wall. Just an update, fast guys are running 15.882. Leader is the next car back, be smooth. Going on the bottom. Inside. Still there, inside. Still there. Inside only. Your fast guys are running 16.064. Clear. Working the bottom. Still there. Still there, your door inside. MP's back up in. The gap is 7.1. Clear on the bottom. In the wall, in front of you against the wall. Inside. Still inside. Slow cars on the top. Clear low. Just an update, fast guys are running 16.046. Gotta get through the traffic roll. 10-4. Working the bottom. Still on the inside. Clear, clear. Halfway this time, coming by.
just struggle so much with this track.
Leader is running 16.1.
I said, like, the super long corners, me personally, I'm sure this track actually puts on, like, good racing, good short track racing. And I'm sure there's some people that really love driving this. But for me, like, it's just such an unenjoyable track. I mean, I will say that I feel like a track like this doesn't show the flaws that the new ARCA car has. The issues with the collision box don't seem as bad. The issues with drafting are obviously non-existent here. And it in general, it kind of drives a lot more like the old ARCA car did here, because it's just with it being the type of track that it is, the new car is not going to change it that much. That's why I think a lot of the disgruntled old guard, I guess, that, you know, loved the old car and ran it for years and, you know, had success with it, that, you know, really hates the new one and, you know, hates how it's, you know, a drafting car and, you know, just all the various complaints that they have. It's something where you're not going to have those here. It's just, you know, just ARCA linear, whether it's the old car or the new car, it's extremely similar.
Working the bottom. Which side? Clear low. Fast guys are running 16.225.
Like, the corners are so long and the straightaways are so short that you don't ever really, like, straighten the car out. Like, it's you arc out of the corner and then you start arcing in pretty much instantly.
You deserve that. Up in front of you all the way to the top. Side. Go inside. Leader corner 16.768. Go inside.
I'm surprised it's taken this long for that to happen, to be honest. Okay. That was a little bit more than just a scrape. Still not enough to garner any incident point.
Guys, don't worry about them right now. 5 laps to go this time, bye. Catch your breath, bud. Catch your breath. You're doing a really good job. Gonna be 2 laps to go. Fast guys running 16.344 inside. Still inside. Instead of white flag this time. Inside is clear. Inside only. Flag ball. So obviously we're pretty far off right there. Yeah. You gotta go all the way down here to the, where you exit pit road on, exit the garage.
Alright, so P15, what, 2 laps down, I believe? Pretty abysmal race. I want to go back and look at the start. The contact that kind of, I mean, honestly, safe to say, ruined the race for me. Race. Oh, pace car. Results. Me. Laps. Here. Hold on. Sure. Okay. So we go into the corner. He's tight on my right rear, but it's fine. He's not getting into me, and him being there is not actually affecting my line. But he's there. And him taking such a tight line in, I'm assuming he washed out. He might have also kind of just let out because he saw this guy and figured that this guy was probably going to end up wiping me out, which he didn't. At least not yet. So then 2 comes down the track. He's coming down the track, but he's slowing because he's trying to arc the corner to get a better run off. So he's slowing through the kind of late entry to middle of the corner so that way he can get on throttle and get a better run off. I'm not doing that. I'm just rolling the corner. It's lap 1. I'm not trying to do anything fancy. I'm just rolling the corner, trying to legitimately survive. So he comes down in front of me, but because of him slowing, there's realistically not anything I could do. The speed difference at that point in the corner. So I get into him. That spins him. It spins me as well because it upsets the car. he gets into me slightly, avoiding me, or while trying to avoid me, which actually completely spins me. This dude hits me from behind because I don't know, because why not? I want to actually see 23. So, okay, the way that all played out, he came up on me very quick. There wasn't really anything he could do. And then, yeah, I move on and continue my race, and he gets into this guy. Okay, so that's that. Race safety rating went up slightly. iRating actually went up because it was a strong strength of field. 56 championship points. Last I knew, I was pretty hurt in the championship. But we can look. What was it, 56? Yeah, 56. ARCA Menards. Standings. Figuring 4. 265th in points, 266 points, so that would put me up to 311, 311, 312, I think maybe. Put me up to about 170 in points. So I mean, I'd jumping 100 spots, but you know, still hurting in points. But I expected that this season. Jumping up quite a bit in strength of field, in the, you know, cars that I'm running with. So yeah. So that's ARCA Menards. I may go ahead and run this here in half an hour. If I do, you guys will get the notification. Tune back in. I will greatly appreciate it. If not, I'll be back tomorrow morning with IMSA from Watkins Glen. But as always, thanks for watching, and see you.